Hey everybody, how's it going today? Welcome, welcome on in. Hey everybody. My voice is gonna be really crappy today, and I apologize for that. Smoke is finally starting to clear here, and it's getting a little better, but man, it hit me hard on Tuesday. Holy smokies, that was bad. No joke. Holy smoke, it was bad. Hey Eggster, how you doing? Welcome back everybody to the Ready to Go Guides and Tales from the Far Territory. We are on our Pleasant Valley start. We're only on day 5. We're in the Winding River, getting ready to go to the Carter Hydro Dam and on to Mystery Lake. We have found a heavy hammer, but no other tools other than that. So, I don't even think at this point, we don't even have bedroll, do we? No, we have no bedroll, but we have a heavy hammer. So we could do a forge run, but that's all we got is that heavy hammer right there. Oh, man. What a day, what a day. That has not been harvested up at all. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of that today. My voice is still, like, maybe... It's about, oh, I don't know. Probably about 60%. Yeah, I've been really bad for the last couple of days, so... My voice is about 60% right now, but hey, we'll make it through. We'll make it through. Just went from 85 to 86 subs today. Awesome, bad boy gamer. I'm happy for you, man. I mean, on a non-related note, I noticed we just hit 6,300 subs today, which is awesome. We hit that yesterday, I think, which is awesome. I was going to mention that, but you made me think of it, bad boy gamer. Mr. Man, how you doing? Hello, hello. And how are you doing, Bad Boy Gamer? I hope you're feeling a little bit better, my friend. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Oh man, the smoke has made its way to New England. Yeah, it's pretty bad here. You're gonna hear me clear my throat a lot because it is really bad here. Oh, I need to build up my fire a little bit and grab some torches out of it because we're gonna need those to get past Mr. Wolfie Boy here. There's a wolf out on the lake that we got to get by. How long does it take to take the snow shelter down? Alright, we'll get 9 sticks and 2 cloth out of it. Excellent. That'll let us add a little bit of sticks to the fire. But yeah, it's been really bad here. I went out driving on Monday night, which was a mistake. I was fine while I was in my house, but I got out driving Monday night because I needed to, and when I got out, the smoke just got to me. I actually had to go home early on Monday because it was so bad. I had to stop and head home, and I was not prepared for that. Let's just put it that way. I was not prepared at all. All right, so we are headed to the Carter Hydro Dam. We're on day 5. We do have the well-fed bonus, which we have no intention of losing at this point. We are carrying quite a bit of nasty stuff. As you can see, we have two stink lines on us. Run, little buddy, run. He got himself a rabbit. I'm very proud of him. I'm proud of that Wolfie. He got himself a rabbit there. I think I might just go steal that rabbit from him though. He's gonna be very mad at me. All right, let's get our good torch out. I don't think I'm gonna steal the rabbit from him. We're gonna go the other direction. I'm gonna go the other direction. What is this thing here? How am I feeling today? I'm like maybe 60%. My eyes are still watering like crazy. And, my throat... My throat is still hurting, and I still am coughing and kind of having to clear my throat a lot, so I apologize for that. You have the new cable modem coming? Nice. Is that the one that you told me about the other day, Bad Boy Gamer? But yeah, Marley, I'm doing better, but I still feel like crap. For the last couple days, I have done literally like nothing. I did upload a couple of Stellaris videos that I had pre-recorded, but that's been about it. That's been about it. I did go grocery shopping. I went and got myself some bread and milk and eggs. You know, it's just some basic crap. But yeah, the last couple of days I've been feeling pretty crappy. But yeah, today we're back. We are back. We got a ready to go guide here. We're getting into Mystery Lake. Know the feeling for the past 6 years. Vancouver had smog days in the summer. My eyeballs would turn beet red. Yeah. Well, and that's the funny thing is I was fine on Monday, Marley, until I left my house. That just teaches me I shouldn't leave my house. Yeah, I was fine on Monday till I left my house, and then the smoke started getting to me. So let's see if we got a bedroll. Oh, look at that! There's the bedroll, baby, right in the end of the pipe, right where we were hoping it would be. Nice. The bedroll is now taken care of. You know though, that is like at least the 15th time I've looked there, and the other 14 times it was never there. That's a pretty rare spawn, but we did finally get the pipe bedroll. You know, in 7 Days to Die, you get a pipe machine gun. In The Long Dark, you get a pipe bedroll. If it's that bad, maybe get a few M95 masks. I actually have a pretty good mask, but I just didn't have it with me on Monday. Now, in my house, it's not that bad. It's not that bad in here, but all right. Do we want to take the deer that's here? That is the question. Do I want to spend the time taking this deer? I don't know. Yeah, gosh, I'd have to get them all done up. Let's just go. We're gonna be fine. We's gonna be fine. How did that deer even get here? I have no idea, Balverine.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
I have no idea how that deer even got up here. Maybe he got up here before the Carter Hydro Dam had problems. I don't know. Maybe somebody brought him up here after they killed him, thinking they were gonna harvest him up, and they didn't have a chance to do it. Maybe like a hunter brought him up here or something. Maybe they brought him out from the dam. You know, he was in the dam, and they brought him out from the dam. Could be. You never know. Well, the good news is we finally got our bedroll. We finally got a bedroll. That's the nice thing about coming to Mystery Lake, boys and girls, is you're pretty much guaranteed to find a bedroll in Mystery Lake. I personally have never come to Mystery Lake. Well, we can never open that, unfortunately. I have never come to Mystery Lake and not found a bedroll. In either Mystery Lake or the Winding River. One of those two places. Now, sometimes, like I said, you won't find it directly in Mystery Lake, but you'll find it in the Winding River if you don't. Now all we need is a hacksaw. If we can find a hacksaw, everything would be, like, stupendously awesome. Because if we found a hacksaw, I would actually go back into the Winding River, grab the maples, then go into the whetstone, and then go into the ravine and grab the birch. Now, usually there's a toolbox. Yep, toolbox. Nice. There always seems to be a toolbox underneath the shelf. I don't know, that's like a old spawn point that's never been taken away. It's like an OG spawn point for the toolkit. Sometimes it's a red one, sometimes it's a blue one. It kind of just, you know, it is. Used to be a hat or something up there. Now sometimes there will be a tool under the stairs here as well. Either on that chair or right down here. But I don't see one today. Hey, Valor, how's it going, man? How you doing? Hello, hello. There used to be a hat down there and a torch down here at the end of this corridor. It makes me sad that they took that away from us. It's kind of a cool thing to come to the Carter Hydro Dam and be like, okay, at least I'll get a hat there. If nothing else. I'm doing okay. I was telling Chad I'm feeling about 60% today. I'm feeling better than half though, so I decided I'd stream for a little bit. We're gonna stream some Long Dark, and then I'm gonna finish up far changing tides here later on today. Because I figured out what I didn't do. I got stuck in far changing tides last Sunday. And I figured out what I didn't try in the place I was stuck at. I didn't try jumping. So I need to try jumping. But I think we're pretty close to actually being done with far changing tides. So it shouldn't take us more than an hour or so to get done with the game. And then we'll figure out what we want to do. I will say I had a blast. Although I was frustrated and it was hard as hell, I had a blast dying in Afterlife over and over again. That mod is like next freaking crazy level. That mod for 7 Days to Die is absolutely nutty. And I had so much fun in Afterlife. I really truly did. I know I got a little annoyed. I know I got a little frustrated with it. I know there was a little bit of angst and anger going on, but I had so much fun with it. Hey, there's the hacksaw! Yes! Yes! We got the hacksaw, boys and girls. We got the hacksaw. Oh my god, there it is. There it is. That's what we were hoping for. That is one of the spots I found the hacksaw in several times now, is up down there at the bottom of those stairs. And I don't know why they did that, but they did. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're going to go ahead and go up here. I think, do I have food on me? I do have food on me. Okay, we are gonna go back into the Winding River, and especially now that we have a hacksaw, we're gonna go back to the Winding River and get that maple, because I need maple. Yes, the dam delivered. The dam delivered, my friends. Yes, well, we're gonna drop some up here. Hey, Ray Veteran, how you doing? How about get back to our deer? Well, I could get back to that deer. I could go do that deer. What tools do I currently have now? I have the hammer, the hacksaw, and the bedroll. So I have all that I need to make a forge run, Marley. So I have everything I need to make a forge run, which is really nice to have. So, skull to the forge. Painkillers. And then we do have 2 toolboxes as well. We got some deer hides, some deer guts. We got rabbit hides. And I want to get that maple. But we're gonna search up the Carter Hydro Dam first. Get everything here searched. Okay, so we can open 2 of these, not the 3rd one though. Usually these honestly don't have a lot in them on Interloper. Let's just keep it 100. Usually those things are pretty crap on Interloper. There used to be a good chance that this thing would have a lantern on it. Well, we got some lantern fuel, I guess. Sometimes the hacksaw will hide behind this box as well. It'll be like down on the floor there, sort of underneath the box, so you have to look down there in case it's down there. Alright, we're gonna drop the tools here. Just gonna lighten ourselves up a little bit, because this is gonna be sort of our dump area. We're gonna start the Desolation Point spawn eggster next Monday. Next Monday.
Someone's stash.
Someone's stash. So yep, this next Monday is going to be the spawn in Desolation Point. Alright, let's light a torch here. I need to check something really quick here, boys and girls. Hold on one second. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. We have an ad break. Okay. I was like, I thought the ad breaks were supposed to, I thought it was like telling me the ad breaks were going to happen. So, yeah, we have an ad break going on, so we're going to just take a quick break here real quick. Just going to take a quick break. Let the ads go. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, disable pre-roll ads when I run an ad. Okay, yeah, okay, so all the ads it'll disable the pre-rolls. Okay. When you start these runs, how do you assure you start in a designated region? Well, redacted, in the beginning when I was doing them, I didn't care what region I started in, but now, like, before Monday, I will just basically just do Long Dark Interloper starts until I get a start in Desolation Point, and then we will just jump in. We will just jump into it from there. So we'll just jump into the run already going. I mean, I'll just basically load in, hang out for a minute, and then I'll just I'll just log back out again. That's why I had the poll up for Hush River Valley, Black Rock, and Pleasant Valley, is because I was able to get those 3 spawns, like, one right after the other. And so I just kept all 3 of them, and then I just let you guys decide which one I was going on. So, on my new run, I spawned in Desolation Point. I got 3 boxes of matches. Wow, that's super awesome. That is super awesome. All right, looks like the ads are done. Are the ads gone now? Nope, the ad break still is going on. About 20 seconds to go, 19 seconds, and then we'll get back to it. But yeah, so yeah, next week we'll be starting our Desolation Point run, and then we'll go from there. So then we will go from there. All right, we're gonna be back in just a second. I'm just gonna throw down my hides and my guts. Nothing exciting. These are just so we can start crafting stuff down the road. Welcome back, Twitch chat. I hope you're okay. So yes, Ray Veteran. By the way, what is your favorite forge for the initial run? My favorite forge is always the forge in Forlorn Muskeg. For multiple reasons, but the main reason that I like the forge in Forlorn Muskeg, well, there's 2 main reasons. I like it because there's tons of cattails in the zone, and I like that it's outdoors. It being outdoors gives it a huge advantage over the other forges, because it will basically stop you from getting cabin fever by going to that forge, because you'll spend several hours out there forging up your tools, forging up your weapons, and then your risk of cabin fever once you get into, say, Milton, or come back to Mystery Lake, is substantially reduced because you've spent a day or 2 outdoors at the forge. Plus, there's just tons of cattails there. And cattails are love, and cattails are life. I am actually going to leave these 2 items here. And a little bit of our water. Actually, how many matches do I got? I've got 2 boxes of matches right now. I've only got 3 torches left. Oh, Jesus God. Rave Veteran, thank you for the sub there. Dubes just gifted a sub.
73 gifted.
Dubes, thank you for gifting Rave Veteran a sub.
5 gift subs in the chat.
17, 105, wow. Thanks, Dubes, for gifting out that sub there to Rave Veteran 37. So 18 and 37. Oh, we gotta go all the way around. All the way around. But thank you very much for that gifted sub. I do appreciate that very much, dudes. Okay, 1737. There we go. What do we get? What do we get? A book? Gunpowder. Okay, you know, I've had worse. I've had worse. Grab these books. I've had worse stuff. All right, let's see. What else can we drop here? I can drop one of these pots. I don't want to drop those. Let's go ahead and throw some stuff in the trash here. Let's go ahead and throw these in the trash. Let's throw a whole bunch of these sewing kits in there, and we'll throw the book in there for right now. Heavy hammer can go in there. Those can go in there. The cans can go in there. I'm going to put the birch bark in there so we don't accidentally use it. Alright, we got to go downstairs and get ourselves some more fire and get some more torches. I've been sick all last week. Finally, I'm good again. Yeah, I was not feeling good early this week. Mr. Man, I was feeling pretty crappy earlier this week. Yeah, we are super duper tired. I think what we'll do tonight is we'll just go camp on the other side here. I do need to make a fire here, though. And grab like 4 or 5 torches. Bring forth the fires, bring forth the rage. Yes, Aquarius Black. How are you, Aquarius Black? I hope you're having a good day. Being sick is the worst, yeah. Well, I wasn't even sick. It was just all the smoke and crap that was getting to me. There we go. That way we can grab a whole bunch of torches. Hey, Melon, how you doing? I do like your new emote. It's very smexy. I like it. Yes, bring the rage. I had a little rage when I was playing the Afterlife mod. God dang, that mod is rough. We made it through. We made it through our first Horde night, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very shocked that our crappy little base actually held up for Horde night, but we did make it through Horde night, so that was kind of like, okay, that's cool. We did it. We did it. Was the smoke from all the weed, the Portlanders smoke, or from the smokers in Portland? No, it was from the fires up in, what, Canada or whatever it is? See, here's the beauty of living in the Willamette Valley. We get pretty temperate weather here most of the time because we're in a valley, protected by mountains on both sides, and we got a river on the north side. Here's the problem with the valley, is that if there's smoke, it tends to settle in the valley, and if there's no big winds, the smoke just kind of sits here, doing nothing. It just sits here and swirls and swirls and particulates in the air. I think today's our first day that we've had, like, well, we had some rain come in yesterday, which helped beat it down, and then we got rain going on today, which is helping to beat the particles down as well. So, I think the air quality, yeah, the air quality's finally good.
I'd lay down right here if I thought.
Yeah, the air quality is finally good around here. So, it was very bad for Monday and Tuesday, and unfortunately, I got out in it Monday, which did not help things at all. Did not help things at all. So, I think I go to McDonald's. Well, go to McDonald's. Get yourself some grub. Get yourself a nice McMuffin. Or maybe it's too late for that. Maybe get a McChicken. Maybe a filet of fish. Some flaws of fish. There's a piece of wood. I like that. We've got a lot of weight on us right now. But we do have a lot of torches on us too. You know, I think I might just... Well, Stooley, it's mostly gone. It's mostly gone. I was hoping we'd make that. Do I want some? I actually had a filet-o-fish myself after I went. Last night I got out for just a little bit to go. I had to go grocery shopping and grab myself some milk and eggs and bread. And I stopped by and grabbed a filet-o-fish at McDonald's myself. I got a free French fry with it too, so I was like, okay, well I get a free fry any size with my filet-o-fish. Which, god dang, filet-o-fishes are like $4.50. It's like, you get this little tiny bun with a little tiny patty in it. It's like, I haven't gone and bought stuff at McDonald's in a while, and I was a little, I must say, I was a little shocked. Shocked, I tell you. I was like, no wonder they're giving me free fries, since the fries and the filet-o-fish should have cost less than I paid for the filet-o-fish. So you better give me some damn free fries. Alright, let's go ahead and eat some of these. Amazing how bad it can get here last year. Last year here we had a couple days where I thought I was on Mars. Oh, we had that a while ago too. Why am I going back to Winding River, Eggster? Because we found a hacksaw. And the hacksaw allows us to harvest the 3 maple that are in the Winding River. And then we can get those curing, go to the ravine, grab the birch there, get those curing, and then we can make our forge run, and by the time we get back with our arrowheads, we'll have a bow and arrow material already here at the Carter Hydro Dam, ready to go. And we won't and we'll be good. So we'll have everything we need here. Okay, I'm gonna do that and that. Okay, there we go. When winter comes and snowstorms are on the horizon, people run out and get milk, eggs, bread because French toast is a traditional food of snowstorm season. Nice. What a bargain at $6 there. Yeah, we got them on the cheap here in Portland, Kenneth. They ain't cheap, trust me. All right, let's rip this rabbit apart while we're sitting here real quick. Yeah, it's not daytime yet. We have rabbit bits to harvest here. We do have the hacksaw now, which is nice. We're gonna use our hands. This will give us another rabbit hide and some rabbit guts. Drop both of those. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and eat a few more kitty cat tails. The nice thing is we're going to go into Mystery Lake, where we're going to get lots of cattails. Forlorn Muskeg will have lots of cattails. The Winding River has a few more cattails that we can pick, and the ravine has a bunch of cattails as well. So I'm not really worried about cattails. We're gonna eat them up as much as we need to, because we can. I'm gonna switch this over to the quality instead of the weight, because the weight always screws me up. Oh, we do have that. Let's go ahead and rip that apart. I've been ready to go to war with Walmart over their milk prices. I called everywhere and complained. The nearest one had a gallon of milk for $5.04, and then another one just 20 minutes down the road had them for $3.11. Yeah, the prices are just all over the place right now. What did that result in? They raised their price. They raised the prices.
To carry.
Ooh, look at that! Look at that gorgeous morning here. Is that a bridge all the way? No, that's telephone wires. I was like, is that a bridge all the way over there? Let's take a picture. That is beautiful. I wish I could get a shot of like the dam and that. Maybe if I kind of get up here. They raised the price to $5.12. Wow. Can't say it surprises me a whole lot. Can't say it surprises me a whole lot. Wolf is way down there. You can see him off on the left there. See, we used to, when I was young, we used to go to the Bellamy farm, and we bought our milk directly from the farmer there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna light my torch. So we got our milk direct from the basically as close to the cow as you can get. We would get a 5-gallon thing that was about this big. We had to skim the cream off of the top of it. But it was really good milk. It was really good milk. It was pretty inexpensive too. Big 5-gallon thing wasn't that bad. Especially back then. Especially back in the 80s, the 5-gallon thing was pretty dang cheap. Pretty dang cheap, so if you can find a local farmer, that's the way to go. See, I told you there were more cattails down here. You stay over there, Mr. Wolfie. We'll stay over here. How's that sound? How's that grab you, buddy? We'll take the back route up to get to those maples real quick. Hey, Jean-Cole, how you doing? Make my own buttermilk when I get a lot of heavy cream from Sam's Club. Nice. Old enough to remember when we got our milk delivered and they left it in an insulated box. Oh, I suck at cooking too, Mr. Man, so don't worry about it. I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm not a real good cook either. I make a mean egg, but that's about all I can do. I think we can get up here. Yes, we can. Excellent. You ain't gonna die, but it is gonna be a little cold. It's gonna take a little of your health away. Yeah, the big 5-gallon. Well, see, the 5-gallon jug of milk that we would get, Marley or Kenneth, we would. It was a glass jug, and we would get that. But then we would take it back to the dairy, and they would basically just fill it up for us. You're an excellent cook. You should taste my pizza rolls. I don't want to taste your pizza rolls. Is taste my pizza rolls something short for something? Is that like taste my pirate patty? Wait, did these respawn mushrooms? I'm so confused, or did I just not pick the mushrooms up here before? I could have sworn I got these mushrooms before. Why would I have come? I came up here. I know I did. I make a mean chocolate chip cookie. Oh, I make good cookies. I'm a pretty decent baker. I'm just not a cook. There's a big difference between baking and cooking. Both are, you know, both are not easy, but cooking, I think, cooking is more. To me, cooking is more experimental. Cooking is more a thing that you do kind of off. You don't really follow. You follow kind of a general principle, general recipe, but you kind of do some of it kind of off the cuff. You know, you don't really follow rules. And for baking, you more are precise with baking stuff. You know, you add cups of this, you add teaspoons of that, a dash of this, a pinch of that. I can eat the dough raw as well. Oh, I eat the dough raw all the time. I always eat the dough raw, Marley. For me, the raw dough is the best part. It's chemistry you can eat, exactly. If I don't use the right plant-based butter, my cookies turn into an oily mess. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, and even with other, you know, just not even vegan cooking, with just regular cooking, if you don't use the right stuff, or you add too much, a little too much of this, a little too, you know, not enough of that, the cookies can turn out completely wrong. They can turn out completely wrong. My mom still cooks for me sometimes still. So does mine, Mr. Man, so does mine. Basically when I go out and see her, but, you know. Mama's cooking's always the best, Mr. Man. Doesn't matter how old you get. Mama's cooking's always the best. Mamas know what they're doing with their cooking. Alright, we're gonna go in here and sleep for a couple hours. We'll get back up through the Carter Hydro Dam. So we got our maples. Now we're gonna go grab the birch in the Mystery Lake. We're gonna go grab birch in the ravine, I should say. The walls always push you. You know, they actually fixed the bug where the wall pushed you there. Yeah, we're still not gonna go get that deer. Those deer will stick around forever, so I'm not worried about going and getting them.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I do like going down the stairs. It always feels like you're going so fast going down the stairs. It's sort of like walking downhill in the game. You always seem to be moving faster. I think you are, too. It's probably one of the reasons you get sprains going downhill. I would never have got so far in my train if mom didn't exist. Hey, you know, moms are important. Moms are important. Dads are, too. Moms and dads are important. I don't know what I would have done without my mom and dad. Alright, there's that hide in the gut. We're gonna take that upstairs. Snow has that effect on a ski hill with certain incline. Woof, dangerous. Yes, they are. You start slipping and sliding away, Marley. Alright, we're gonna get up here, we'll drop our hide, our gut, we'll drop our maples, we'll drop some of this loot that we have. We can maybe break down some torches, drop a few other things. I don't really want to light another torch, so we'll just get up here. Stooley. You silly Stooley. Alright, let's go ahead and drop the gut and the hide. Let's drop our 3 maples. Alright, so that gives us 5 guts, 3 hides, 3 maples, and then we'll have probably 2 to 4 birch as well. Yeah, I just let it go out. I don't need the torch now, so because I'm gonna sleep here for a couple hours anyway. But we got to figure out what we want to leave in here for the moment. I definitely do not need these. We're gonna leave that here. I'm not gonna leave these. I'm not gonna leave these in a drawer, because if they go to 0, they disappear. If they go to 0 out here, you can always pick them up, and if you put them on the reticle, you can still use them. I am very heavy. Yes, we have a bunch of torches I need to break down. I need to leave this pot here, so this pot I need to break down. I have a few things I need to break down to get more metal to go to the forge with. See, we got to break both of these items down. We got to break the toolkit down and that down. Speaking of metal, I'm going to leave the 6 metal I have here. I'm going to leave most of this cloth here. Leave that leather here. Leave the feathers here. Oh my goodness. Oh, Doobs just gifted out another tier 1 sub. Oh, Doobs gifted out a tier 1 sub to Eggster.
Dubes73 gifted a tier 1 sub to Eggster 2218. They have given 106 gift subs in the channel.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Dubes, for gifting out that gift sub there. It is September, by the way, boys and girls. So it is very inexpensive to sub to a channel right now. I think you get like 25, I think it's like 25% off or something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and break down some torches here. But yeah, I think it's like 25% off, so subbing to a channel right now. So, if you ever wanted to sub up to a channel, mine or anybody else's, it's not too bad. Or if you want to gift out a sub to a channel, same deal. Alright, let's go ahead and harvest that up. Alright, we have some torches on us still. I think I have extra wood on me. Let's go ahead and drop some of this wood here. Alright, I got 33 sticks. Let's drop 27 of them. We're going to drop the coal here because we aren't going to use that right now anyway, no matter what we do. We'll keep that on us for a fire. Actually, nah, I'm just going to drop that here. That's just extra weight I don't need as well. I'll keep the book on me for a fire, though. I'll keep those on me to make more water. Oh, I was going to drop that, and that, and that. Those are just weighing us down, and I can make pancakes, but I don't really want to right now. We don't have cooking 3 yet, do we? We only have cooking 2, right? Yeah, we're cooking 2 right now. I'm gonna risk the candy bar.
My stomach.
And our risk did not pay off.
Oh, it hurts.
It's like, I'll risk the candy bar. What's the worst that can... Okay, never mind. Never mind, we got food poisoning. That's the risk you take. Alright, let's eat a little bit more and then we'll sleep 10 hours. What a pain in the ass. Let's go ahead and drink down a birch bark tea. This is the way you can get back health when you have food poisoning. We're gonna sleep for 2 hours. Because we're going to get 6 health back every 2 hours drinking the birch bark tea. Even though we have food poisoning, we will still get back 6% every 2 hours. So you can sleep for 2 hours, get that back. Sleep for 2 hours. And we have an ad break. So I'm just gonna drink these down. We're just gonna sleep for 2 hours. Those of you on Twitch will be right back, boys and girls. All right. We need to sleep 6 more hours. There we go. Alrighty, so when we come back, we'll be heading into the ravine. Nothing very exciting. Nothing very exciting. So today we are going to be following up with the end of Far Changing Tides, which we started on Sunday. You can go back and check that out on YouTube. We also have more Stellaris coming on YouTube every day this week and next. There's some episodes that have been recorded off and on. So, new episodes of Stellaris coming out on the YouTube side. It's getting pretty exciting. The Kelzen Nation has been doing really good with the Machine Age. After I get done with the Machine Age of Stellaris, they did just come out with their brand new expansion for Stellaris. They came out with a brand new thing. I think it's called the Changing Storm, or let's see, what was it called? Cosmic Storms. Cosmic Storms, yes. Cosmic Storms just came out, and there's 8 new space storms. There's a Storm Chaser Origin, 3 new civics, Planetscapes, Astrometeorology, and Storm Devotion. There's a Galactic Weather Control Ascension perk. There's weather forecasting map mode. There's 2 new precursor narratives, which is really cool because the precursors, they only have like 3 or 4 in the game. And there's new anomalies and archaeological sites, storm-related texts, edicts, and galactic community resolutions. So I'll probably play a Storm Chaser Origin next on Stellaris and see what it's like. So that'll be kind of cool. My fastest time to make a bow was 5 days, 5 hours, because I spawned an HRV and went straight to Milton, found cured maple behind the cloth, went to Forlorn Muskeg to make the bow there. That's a great way to go. That is actually a great way to go if you can get that HRV quick start. You can just run right down there and do it. Now, funny thing is, the more I've played Long Dark, the slower I've gone about getting my bow taken care of. Alright, food poisoning is gone. It is nighttime, but that's okay. We'll still go into the other zone even at nighttime. Because the other zone is no big deal. Even at night. Because it's the ravine. The ravine is not a big deal. And we did go ahead and use our birch bark teas, so we got pretty much all of our health back while we slept with food poisoning. Which makes birch bark tea the best tea in the world. Actually, you know, I'm gonna take this box with my hands. There we go. Because that way we have it. I think I will take that, and my can opener. We'll break those down in... We're gonna go sit in the cave and break those down and get some metal out of them. I'll give you guys nighty vision. Night vision. Oh, now sometimes people have said they found a pry bar. Up in here somewhere, but I'm not seeing one unless I'm just totally missing it. I don't have night vision, so I am not seeing as well as all of y'all. Those are planks. I think they said the pry bar could be around these 2 tanks here, but I don't see one, no. Now sometimes there is like a book or something over here. I don't see that either. I'm trying not to light a torch if I don't need to. Sometimes there's a book that's right down here. I don't see that either. Okay. Don't see the body here either. Okay, well, we have no bodies, no anything there. Why am I going to the ravine? Because the ravine has guaranteed birch in it. So we're going to the ravine for the guaranteed birch. We already got the maple, and we got that curing. And now we're going to the ravine. Well, for two reasons, actually. We're going to go to the ravine, number one, for the birch. Number two, to climb down to the bottom of the ravine and get the stem that's down there. And also, there's cattails, loot, and birch bark in this zone. Now, the birch here can spawn in several areas. It can either spawn right here close to the entrance, like right in up here. I don't see it here, though. Nope, I don't see the birch here. But what you can see is you can see the birch bark right here. Tons of birch bark in this zone. The birch can also spawn just over this hill here on the other side. Oh, there it is. All right, there's our 3 birch. We got 3 birch. You get 3 cured birch in the memento cache? Yes, you do. It's kind of a long ways to go to get to that memento cache, though. That sucker is a ways away. Stick. Look at these juicy cattails here. Yum, yum. And well, Broken Railroad also has the possibility of giving you 3 stems, too. You got 1 in the maintenance yard possible. You always have 1 in the ravine. If you climb down to the bottom of the ravine, there's always a stem down there. And there's always a stem up at the hunting lodge. God, I have some in my eye right now. It's bugging the heck out of me. Probably the smoke. Probably the smoke and particulates in the air still. But yeah, that's the other. Broken Railroad is actually not, I mean, other than the horrific walk you have to make out of the zone at the very end once you want to leave there, it's a nice little zone just to kind of, it's a cozy zone. It's a nice zone to cozy in. Well, hello, Mr. Deer. The deer just ran up behind me. He's like, hello, buddy. How's it going? That might be a piece of coal right there. In fact, it is. Piece of metal there. Another piece of metal there. A bookie there. A little beef jerky there. No rope in there, though. We could have the rope in the cave, though, so we'll go check the cave over here. Because the rope can be either in that box car there, it could be in the cave that's over here, or the cave once you cross the bridge there. We'll go check both of those places and see if it's there. But first, we're going to go up here and see if we can snag ourselves a rabbit or 2. Oh, man, my nose is itching too. Good God. I have all sorts of problems today, boys and girls. All sorts of problems today. Oh. Runny nose, my throat's scratchy. All sorts of things. But hey, we're here, and it's all that matters, right? Yeah, there's a rabbit. I love his little... Oh, there's 3 rabbits up here. Hey, Carlin, darling, how you doing? Don't be scared, Mr. Rabbit. I won't do anything to you, I promise. I promise nothing will happen to you.
Might have to drop some gear.
Maybe. This is one of the greatest zones ever, to be honest. I love the ravine. No predators. You got plenty of rabbits. There's deer that wander around here. It's a wonderful zone. It really truly is. It makes you so happy to come here. Let's see. Is there any cattails over on this side? Yeah, I don't think so. Nope, no cattails. Okay. And we're just gonna go sit in a cave. Just gonna go in a cave here real quick. And maybe who knows? Maybe the rope is in this cave up here. The other thing about this zone, it has the birch. It has birch bark. And no predators. Have I said that? No predators. Hey, Wesley, how you doing? Did you catch the Afterlife mod, Wesley? Oh my god, that thing is insane. We'll be doing more of that next Monday. But 7 Days to Die Afterlife is absolutely crazy. Remember that time I said hi? You said hi? Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Picking up as much wood as I possibly can. Don't let it be said Atheenon's not got wood. Because I do, I got lots of wood. I'm packing a lot of wood. Hey now. What do I like about it the most? That it's just so hard. The Afterlife mod is so hard. It takes the game to a different level. I wish, the one thing I wish they had in the Afterlife mod is I wish they had a little more fanfare when you actually level up something. It just kind of goes, hey, you got a little better strength. Hey, you got a little better this. It's like, you know how in the vanilla game it actually gives you like a little, it kind of gives you the little ding and stuff, and it makes you feel like you've actually accomplished something, you know? Yeah, we wasted a match there. That kind of pissed me off. Kind of pissed me off there. That's a little annoying. You don't need that anymore. I'm not going to use my birch bark, though. I am going to use my gunpowder just to get started. You know, honestly, Wesley, I don't know if you'll like it or not. I mean, it definitely has components in it that are a little frustrating. That they don't really explain to you how they work. But that kind of makes it cool, too. Yeah, there's components in it that are actually kind of frustrating, but overall, I give it high marks. I think it's a cool I think it's a cool way of playing the game. I wish they gave you a little more explanation on certain things, but hey, you know, it's okay. The water is definitely, it takes getting water and stuff to an all new level as well. Because I think the amount of time it takes to get water is kind of crazy, but it definitely doesn't want to. I mean, the rain collector thing is kind of a joke. It's hardly worth making, to be honest. You can make one, but you're hardly going to get any water from it at all, which I guess, you know, hey, it's kind of true to real life. Rain collectors generally, unless there's a lot of heavy rain, rain collectors generally don't work that well. It's not like you're going to get tons and tons of water from a rain collector. So, we're going to do some more of it on Monday, though. I'm proud of us, Wesley, that we made it through our first Horde night. I was actually pretty thrilled that we made it through the first Horde night. We didn't die. So that was pretty cool. So if we can make it through another Horde night, you know, make it, we definitely have a lot of work to do to get to another Horde night. And I think we faced a pretty tame Horde night so far. 40 minutes with that. 30 minutes there, okay. I got my McChicken and some soda to go that I can eat. Nice. Very nice, Eggster. I'm glad you got yourself squared away there. Yeah, I mean, it takes the game and gives it a whole new twist. So everything, the thing I like about it, Wesley, is it does make the game, it takes the game you already know, and it kind of has some of the same, mechanics to it, but it changes a lot of other stuff. Hey, Godby, how you doing? How's it going, Godby? I hope you're having a great day. Yeah, we're a little tired now, so let's go ahead and drop that and that. Oh, I forgot we gotta drop these. There we go. Get all those down. We found a, so for those of you just coming in, we did find a bedroll in the Winding River. It was in the pipe going up to the Carter Hydro Dam. And then we found a hacksaw in the Carter Hydro Dam itself. So very, very, very good news for us. So we found several really nice items that we can utilize. Hey, Chicken Butter, how you doing? How are you, my friend? Sorry, I missed your first message there. I was talking to Wesley, and it just kind of got squished in between all of his stuff. But how you doing, Chicken Butter? I hope you're having a good day, man. I don't miss messages on purpose, guys. I have two chats. Remember, I got two chats going on at the same exact time. So it's not like I'm not perfect. I look away for a minute, I look back, and my eyes just automatically go to the bottom chat, whatever it may be. So I'm not missing anybody on purpose, I swear. If I go, I may go back up and find you, just like I did with you, Chicken Butter. Sometimes I won't, but if I don't, just say what you said. Again, I don't mind. I never minded if people repeat themselves in chat. That's totally fine. Because I miss things. I miss things every once in a while. Especially if I start rambling. Especially if I you know me, I ramble a lot, so. Alright, let's go ahead and get this last guy harvested up. There we go. I know, how dare I be human? Yeah, I know. Actually, Joe King, we actually got the hammer in Pleasant Valley already. We got the hammer in Pleasant Valley. So we have everything we need. I just wanted to get the, forge part done. Or I wanted to get the birch and maple part done and get those harvested up and ready to go before we went and did the forge run. So that was why we went back to the ravine, and we came in, or we went back to the Winding River, and now we've come over into the ravine. And while we're here, we're gonna grab the birch bark. I can't miss you now. No, I can't miss you now, can I? Okay, let's go ahead and put another pot down. Let's cook up the mushroom. Let's cook up a rose hip. Let's go ahead and flippity plop our pills so we get some more clean water. There we go. Flippity plop, flippity plop. There we go. Okay, so those still have 7 minutes. Let's go ahead and craft 2 birch bark. I don't know why birch bark only takes 5 minutes per, but rose hips and mushrooms take 15. Isn't that weird? I always thought that was a bit weird, but hey, whatever floats their boat, I guess. There we go. I will do up the one more birch bark that I have. There's more birch bark out there we can find, but I'm just gonna do these up. I'm gonna drink down one of those, just do a little bitty bite. There we go. We have plenty of water still. Actually, I'm gonna get that last birch bark done, and then we're gonna prepare up a porridge. Porridge time! Porridge time, there we go. And then let's go ahead and get a mushroom down. 10 and 13, we can go ahead and get another prepared mushroom. We're just gonna cook till morning, then we're gonna get a little sleep. Yeah, there's some yummy porridge for us. Yum, yum, yum. You gotta go to sleep now, Eggster? Hey, Eggster, have a great rest of your day, my friend. Or great rest of your night, I guess we should say. Have a great rest of your night. I've got a whole bunch of mushrooms. I've got a whole bunch of rose hips. This is part of pushing cooking to level 5, is you do all the teas that you can. You just gotta cook up tea after tea after. You have to tee it up. I'm just gonna sleep for an hour. Hopefully it'll be nice. Hey, God, be over on the Twitch side as well. You got over on the YouTube side, and now you're on the Twitch side. You're over there, and you're over here. Alright, let's go ahead and grab up our pot. I do need to break these down real quick, so I need to break down one of these pots. Hope I don't get cold doing this. Yes, I'm getting a little bit cold. Oh no, it's warming back up again. Excellent. We need to break down the can opener. No, I didn't want to repair it. I want to harvest it. Break down the can opener for a little bit of metal. And then we got a toolkit we can break down for a little bit of metal. There we go. So that we did just so we can get another 7 metal. I'm gonna drop all those here. Let's prepare up our mushrooms. Question, I'm not as smart as you. How do I mod the game, and will it ruin my current game? No, it will not. All you need to do, Wesley, is go on to Google. Go on to Google, type in 7 days to die mod launcher. I'm going to link it in chat right now. There's the link to the site. Then you pick your, you download the mod launcher, and and there's also a Discord there for it as well. And then the mod launcher, when you launch the mod launcher, it will ask you what mod you want to download. Afterlife is one of the mods that is available on that mod launcher. So super easy to do. Super easy to do. Honestly, if I can do it, Wesley, anybody can do it. Because I am the dumbest person out there when it comes to doing mods and stuff. If it's not easy, I can't. If I have to get in and change files or anything, no, I don't want to do it. And it'll not ruin your current game at all, because it's a completely separate launching system. It accesses the files, but it's a completely separate system. Every time I try to use the candle mod, it crashes my game. The candle mod? What's the candle mod, Godby? For 7 days or for this? Oh, I am not technically better than you, Wesley, at all. No, 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 no. Oh, for Long Dark? Yeah, I've never done any mods for Long Dark. I would sort of like to go over and see if I can find that other. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go over here and see if we can find the rope. There is a dead deer here that we could exploit if we wanted another deer skin. There's several dead deer out here that we could exploit. But we are super duper tired too. We'll probably just sleep in this other cave if we can. There's an alive deer there that we could eventually shoot. And another one over there. See, there's 2 deer that I saw just out here. I run the better base mod so I can clean up junk and remove tables and move the tables and stuff. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I've actually heard of that one. Is that the one where you can fix the cupboards as well and turn them into storage? Like the broken cupboards, you can put the doors back on. You can fix them and okay, so I've heard of that mod before. Yeah, the mods with Long Dark, the mods, I always tell everybody, hey, you know, you can use them, but just beware that when they kind of do a larger update, sometimes they will get a little busted just because they you know, they change so many things in the base code to add in new stuff that sometimes it'll bust up a mod. But if you wait a little while, the mod people will probably figure it out and they will change it and make it better. So hey, Brian Longer, how you doing? No worries, man. No worries. We've only been going for about an hour, so we found our bedroll in the pipe outside of the Carter Hydro Dam. We found our hacksaw inside the Carter Hydro Dam, and now we're trying to find the rope here so we can lower it and go get our second stem. And we're gathering a few more feathers as we go too, because why not? So now we have 3 birch and 3 maple that are going to be curing here while we go do a forge run into Forlorn. Do I need a screwdriver to add the mod to the game cartridge? Yes, you do. The candle mod, if it works, lets you make candle from fat. Interesting. If I could mod Long Dark, I would mod it to work normally on my PC. That would be quite the mod, Marley. That would be quite the mod. Not going to the summit on this run, no. We started in Pleasant Valley. We came directly over here. Because this is what I usually do on a Pleasant Valley start, is I usually loot up Pleasant Valley as much as I can. And then we come over to, the Winding River, Mystery Lake, the Ravine, and then we head off to Forlorn Muskeg for the Forge Run. I'm thinking about trying to find the ghost deer on survival. Do you think it will be there? The ghost deer. Oh, the one in Pleasant Valley? I don't believe that one spawns in on the regular survival mode. Are you talking about the one from the story mode, Joe King? I don't think that one spawns in on regular survival. I think that's only on the story mode. The ghost deer is pretty damn cool, though. See, I thought that was one of the coolest parts about the third episode, the third episode of Wintermute. I like the idea of finding those books in the world that led you to a cool place. And I think it would be neat if they added some of those in for the zones. Like every zone would have a book or 2 in it that would give you a cool experience or a cool little visual that you could go see. I thought that was really a neat storytelling vehicle And I wish they would add that into the, I wish they would have added that into survival. Yeah, there's our rope, baby. There's our rope, baby. Oh, yeah. And a second
That'll come in handy.
heavy hammer. A second heavy hammer. Interesting. Time of day is it? It is pretty late. Have anything else I want to do while we're here? I kind of did it all, didn't I? Oh, I got mushrooms to prepare. I'll prepare those up. We're gonna lose a little bit of health for just staying awake, but that's okay. Oh, we can make 6 more birch bark. Beautiful. Speaking of Ghost Deer, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? We are not getting into that today. Nope, I'm not letting you bait me in, Stooley. No baiting today. A Phillips or a flathead to put it in there? I would say it's probably a Phillips, to be honest. Probably Phillips head. Can't believe they would implement a Ghost Deer and not use the assets in survival. Yeah, I know. I know. Well, all of those little books, there was what, like 5? I think there was like five books that you could read that would give you little side quests in the episode 3. I think any of those, I mean, all of those were kind of cool. The Ghost Deer was the neatest one, but I think they could have used all of those assets in the game, and it would have been really freaking cool. I can harvest the extra hammer for firewood, but I'm not going to. Because ultimately, in a survival mode, Kenneth, I would want to leave a hammer at the forge in Forlorn Muskeg, and then still have a hammer to carry around. Hammers now have more value beyond just the forge, because you can smash the acorns with them and make acorn grounds. So that now that you can do that, they're a little more valuable in the long run to carry around with you. Where before they didn't have that value to them. So, definitely I kind of carry it around with me now, just so I can go ahead and do that. I'm trying to repair up some of my clothing here. I'm not going to worry about the shoes, because hopefully we'll find better shoes. Hopefully we'll find better shoes at the Forlorn Muskeg Forge. I wish they'd add raccoon hats. Or raccoon headbands. Something with a raccoon tail being somewhere on the darn thing for fun. Well, Aquarius, that would go with my trapping suggestion. Is they need to add trapping in as a skill that as you level it up, you can make better traps and catch different animals. You know, it starts with the base rabbits and maybe rabbits and rats or something like that. And these would be animals that you can't hunt in general. The rabbits, of course, you can hunt. That goes without saying. But the other ones would be rats, badgers, beavers, maybe working your way up to foxes or something like that. What's the best way to use acorns on Loper? The best way for me, Rave Veteran, is I save my acorns and I get acorns, I make a prepared acorn. I eat it down to a little 0.01, then smash it into acorn grounds, because you can do that. They may change that down the road and make it so you have to have a certain kilo that you have to smash into acorn grounds. But right now you can prepare it up, eat like 300 calories out of it, and then you can smash down the rest into acorn grounds. And then I keep those acorn grounds for when I get the prepper pie recipe, because the prepper pie recipe takes 1 acorn ground per prepper pie. And so I save it till I get those. But yes, the acorns you can eat to a certain extent, and then you can go ahead and you smash them down into a acorn ground from there. Rabbits, raccoon, beavers use beaver tails and rabbit hide to make thicker, tougher gloves. Oh yeah, You know, that goes along again, Aquarius. That goes along with my idea of modifying clothing, which the improvised bedroll made me very excited because it was like the first it was sort of the first modification we made to a normal asset in the game, to something that we've always had in the game. And it made me very excited, thinking, well, maybe they will allow us to modify other pieces of clothing or items that will make them tougher, warmer, more windproof, more waterproof, whatever it may be, using various items. When is the Cougar update? Well, the Cougar, I don't know when they're going to bring the Cougar back out, Chicken Butter. I would imagine the Cougar is not going to be out until the end of the year, at the earliest. I mean, when it got yanked out of the game, I sort of figured it wasn't going to be out for a while. I didn't know if it was going to be out for a while. I figured it'd probably be like October, November, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be closer to December, would be my guess. All right, so what's our weight? 28. Is there anything I can drop here? I'm going to drop that heavy hammer up here. That gets us down to 26. Perfect. I want Cougar underpants. I had no underpants left. Well, the Cougar could definitely make it so your underpants get very dirty very quickly. See, personally, as much as I don't think the Cougar was a great idea the way they implemented it, I think they should have left it in the game. If they had asked me, I would have said, leave it in the game. Let's tweak it a little bit. Make it a little less harmful to begin with. Make it maybe a little easier to kill. And then let's work on a revised Cougar that will do something else down the road. I honestly don't. I think it was a bad idea pulling it. I think pulling it out of the game was a mistake. Yes, Aquarius Black, exactly. That's what most people were thinking. But yeah, I personally think pulling it was a big mistake. I think they should have left it in the game and just made it a toggle so people could turn it off if they didn't want to deal with it right away, and then worked on it. And worked on it, you know. But maybe, I mean, I'm not a programmer, so maybe that would have been harder to do than just taking it out of the game and doing it. I mean, whoa, did you just see that? That cedar just spawned in right in front of us. That was wild. I hope they launch an update around Halloween or early November. Might get more players interested in purchasing the game. Thinking when they bring it back, it'll be more like the Moose. Probably. I have a feeling. I have a feeling at this point, Kenneth. Here's my prediction. However they bring the Cougar back, nobody is going to be happy. Everybody's gonna piss and whine about it, no matter what they do. Which is why they should not have pulled it from the game. They should have been like, hey, this is our vision for it. We know you don't like it. We're going to tweak a few things about it, make it do a little less damage, give you a longer time to get up and shoot it. Maybe we'll give you a little bit of more warning before it gets to you, but it's in the game now. So, tough noogies. Yes, even the rabbit's going, no. Even the rabbit was like, no. Don't pull the Cougar from the game. No, no. Even the rabbit was like, no. I just think it was a bad idea to pull it. I think they could have handled it differently. I think they overreacted myself. That's just my feeling on it. They overreacted by pulling it out like that. Because you gotta know, you never pull out. Or pull it out. See what I did there? Hey now. Have you seen the LMG video where he spawns Cougar in the game world and it's running around? I have not seen that, no. That was a delayed reaction. I have not seen that, Joe King. I don't get a lot of time to watch things, though, lately either, so... Now, this is one of the few limbs you cannot cut down with a hacksaw. You must have a... Okay, it's still cold in here. Interesting. What's the problem with the cougar? So, the way they implemented the cougar is basically the cougar is a jump scare mob. After you spend a certain amount of time in a zone, Rave Veteran, the cougar starts to, quote-unquote, stalk you. Basically, you get creepy music with the cougar running around after you. You know he's stalking you, and at that point, at any time, the cougar can just jump out and go boo. And basically, he just attacks you. You get no chance to defend yourself. He rips up your clothing. He messes you up, and then he starts to walk away from you or run away from you or whatever it is. And you kind of get up, and it's a red screen, and you're kind of bobbling around and kind of blurry and out, and then you have to try to kill him in that moment. And it just wasn't. It was an interesting idea. I'm proud that they did a different thing than just a standard creature you could hunt. It just didn't work really well. It's just a bit janky. Yeah, it's a bit janky on it. It's sort of like imagine Rave Veteran. Imagine how you get it. You know when you get attacked by a bear, how you get up and you're just kind of stumbling around after the bear attacks you and starts walking away, and you try to crouch and it doesn't seem like any of your keys are working. Now imagine that happening after the cougar attack, and it's on you to try to shoot the cougar at that point. It just was a very bad mechanic, and I think they could have just fixed it. I think they could have left it in the world, worked on it, patched it, and just said, "Hey, we're patching it. Tell us what you think." Because now, see, here's the thing I'm concerned about more than anything. Now they're basically going to re-release the cougar in whatever form they're giving it. They're going to re-release the cougar, and it's not going to be play tested by anybody other than them. And I love Hinterland, but I don't think they play test their stuff very well. I think they need to get boots on the ground to get people, you know, who actually can give them some feedback before they are ready to release it. And actually tell them, hey, this doesn't work real well. This is a bug that I found with it. Because then I think they would have a better idea of what they are getting out there. And that's what they could have done with the community. They could have patched it and said, hey, we've patched it. Tell us what you think. Let us know what you think about the new patches. Let us know what you think about the new way we've worked them. Does it work better now? Does it work worse now? And people could have given them like live feedback. Now, here's the problem. People are jerks, okay? Here's the biggest problem. People are jerks. And no matter what they do at this point, it's a lose-lose for them. They're going to receive a lot of negative feedback no matter what they bring out at this point, which is just sad and unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is they missed out on utilizing the best resource they have for the Long Dark, and that's utilizing all of us as the playtesters for their stuff. That's what they missed out on. They should have been like, okay, we're gonna playtest this. We're putting out the cougar. We know we know you guys weren't real happy with how it was. We're gonna tweak them and hopefully make them better. Let us know what you think, and give us some constructive feedback on it. Unfortunately, they listen to the 5 readers that just read to the sky and are mad about whatever it is. They listen to those people and just pull it. And I don't think that was smart. I don't think that was the right way to go about it, to be honest. I think they should have been a little more resistant to the pressure, I guess. We got 1 arrow down temp, so I'm definitely going to take this hide. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Chris. I mean, by the time, I mean, and you know, we're past that at this point, but by the time Hadrian, Zach Nefrin, Thomasina, and I were available, by the time we had access to the Cougar, they weren't really looking for any sort of, they were looking for developmental feedback at that point. They were just letting us play with it because we already had access to Misery, and they were like, hey, thanks for all your feedback on the Misery stuff. You know, we're gonna let you guys just play around with the Cougar for a little bit, and that way you guys have a little bit of early access to it. And I was like, that's cool. Unfortunately, I was sick during that time. I had pneumonia, and so I didn't get a lot of chance to play it. But they weren't really looking for a lot of feedback on the developmental side at that point either. They were looking more just to get, they were just looking more for us to have fun with it. Well, and the thing is that I think the Cougar is a perfectly fine idea. I like the idea of the Cougar. It just didn't work. It just didn't work real well for, you know, actual gameplay. My take on Misery mode, it should have been a challenge mode. It really didn't have any, it didn't have, there was no reason to have it in the game as a regular gameplay mode. It just didn't really fit super well with the game, to be honest. It doesn't fit with survival mode, let's just put it that way. It's a challenge mode. It's not a survival mode. Do I like Misery mode? It's not for me. It's for no one. It's for the Nagoa players. It's for the no one gets out alive players. It's for those guys. It was made for a small. The Misery mode was made for a small subsect of Interloper players, which is a small subset of the overall player base of Long Dark. It wasn't made for me. I have no interest in Misery at all, to be honest. It was interesting to play it, and I've tried it a couple times. I lived to 47 days or whatever, but it doesn't hold me. It doesn't capture my imagination like the rest of the game does. It was made for a certain sect of players, and it's a very small percentage of players that will ever play it, ever try it out, ever play it on a regular basis. I mean, the number of people that'll actually ever try Misery out is pretty small to begin with. Because most people will be like, nah, if it's harder than Interloper, I'm not going to try it. And then the number of people that'll actually play it on a regular basis is even a smaller sect. I would say, I would almost bet everything that there will be less than 100 players that play Misery as a regular gameplay mode. Not trying it out once, not just messing around with it for a couple hours, but as a regular gameplay mode. I would almost bet anything that it's less than 100 players that will actually play it as a regular gameplay mode. I don't see that many people being interested in it. I think they could have spent their time making a gameplay mode like between Stalker and Interloper that a majority of people would probably have been very interested in trying out. I think that would have been something they would have really been interested in trying out. Yeah, it's basically like a Dead Man challenge. Yeah, it is. It totally is. And for those few people that play Dead Man and Nogoa and Misery mode, if you know, again, it's what you're comfortable with playing in Long Dark. If you're not comfortable with playing Interloper, don't play it. If you're not comfortable with playing Misery, don't play it. You know, find your comfortability, find your fun in the game, because this game has so much. It's such a rich game that there's so much. Anybody can find what they want to do in this game. They really can. Kimiota got attacked by the Cougar den, killed the Cougar. The den disappeared. Cougar looks more deep than I expected. Yeah, the Cougar is an interesting idea, and I like the idea of it. Hey, Ath, do you know some bedroll spawns in Coastal Highway and Desolation Point? Coastal Highway, no bedroll. Don't expect to find a bedroll there, Peter. I've never found a bedroll in Coastal Highway. Desolation Point, though, you can either find it in the Hibernia Processing Center or in the cave that has the wolf. So those are like the 2 spots in Desolation Point. Your best bet is if you don't find it there, head to Mystery Lake, because you have a really good chance of finding a bedroll in Mystery Lake. But yeah, Coastal Highway, as far as I know, does not have bedrolls in it. Alright, we're going to do something a little risky right now, boys and girls. Because I would do this every time I come here. Yeah, I mean, Misery, I'm not saying Misery is bad on the face of it, Psychotic Deer. I'm just saying that I think it should have been a challenge mode, like As the Dead Sleep or Dark Walker, with maybe like a 100-day goal. I mean, that would have been one of the hardest challenges they could have ever made. And I think people would be like, damn, that's a great challenge. Thank you for putting that challenge mode in the game. But to put it in as a survival mode, I just kind of think it misses the mark. I don't think it really, it's sort of like a big giant finger to the community saying, see, we've made a mode that 99.9% of you will never be able to survive in. Ha ha, we win. And it's like, yeah, but you guys shouldn't be against the player base. You guys should be rooting for the player base to live and survive and explore as long as they can in this great world that you've made. And it sort of seems like that. I don't mind it with Misery. I don't mind it as a challenge, you know? But as a regular gameplay mode, I just don't think it fits. But that's just me. Because most of the player base will never succeed in it, never try it. They'll never succeed in it. They're never going to try Misery. Or if they try Misery mode, they'll play it once and be like, I'm never doing that again. I've played it now twice. Well, I played it 3 times because I played it in the playtest as well. And at this point, I'm kind of like, yeah, I just don't feel like doing it anymore. I find no joy in Misery mode at all. Yeah, it gets boring after a while. For me, Long Dark is all about the adventure. It's all about taking a risk here and there and seeing if I can survive it. And I think they would have been better served putting Misery in there as a 100-day challenge, you know? I think that would have been a great thing for them to do. But you know, Hinterland's gonna be Hinterland. They do what they want, and it's fine. I love their game. It doesn't change how I feel about their game. And I don't think anybody should ever feel like they have to play Misery mode, because I don't think so. I think Misery mode, like I said, is for a few select players in the game that really like to push the boundaries of how much can I survive, how long can I survive in this mode no matter how boring it gets. Hey, this is what I came here for, is the hatch. To see if there was anything in it. It looks like this is an empty hatch. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Okay. Well, at least we checked, so we know that this hatch does not have the prepper pie recipe in it. That's good. I still have to do 1,000 days in Misery. Hey, Even Dark, he's up to 850 days in Misery. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done. J-Car's already proved you can live forever in Misery if you want to. It's just like, I would just find that to be extremely boring. It would be as boring as actual real life survival. You're basically just sitting, cooking, fishing, gathering some wood, doing a little more cooking, a little more fishing, making sure you don't lose your health.
No power in the verse can stop me.
You know. Hey, Peter, thank you so much for the follow there, man. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you for the follow there, buddy. But yeah, I mean, it's just not that exciting to me. It's more exciting to me to go do things and be and be sort of on the edge, you know? And then see if I can come back from that edge. Like right now, I'm doing something I probably should not be doing right now. This is something I absolutely should not be doing. But I'm going to anyway. Look, we found a new location.
That'll come in handy.
Yes, it will. We found a new location. It's called Cave. It's called the Cave, my friends. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to go down here. We're going to hang the rope. We're in Bleak Inlet right now. We're going to hang the rope. We're going to go get the note. And then we're going to go to Forlorn Muskeg and Forge. And then we're going to go in through Forlorn Muskeg and already have the ability to get into the to get in there. And we got the wolves here, which are going to be a pain in my butt to get by, but that's okay. We'll do a little creepy. They did not seem to care about that at all. I see 2 of them. I don't know where the other 2 are.
Can't feel my feet.
Well, we made it past them. I willingly entered. Well, I wanted to check the hatch here. And then I was like, well, you know, we can do some other stuff while we're here. I don't know if I can get up here without having a torch lit, but we'll try.
Goddamn freezing.
I don't know how far up they can get here, but I know they can't get up to the top.
Peter Arvidsson just subscribed.
Ooh, Peter Arvidsson just subscribed over on the Twitch side. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Peter. Appreciate that, my friend. Wow. Oh, shoot. And then I lit my... damn it. I wasted a match. That was my fault, though. I had my torch out still. Is that a bag of flour? That is a bag of flour. And another skillet. And some soda and some food. Look at all this bounty we found up here. Another cooking pot. Cedar firewood. Some more books for us. Thank you for the sub there, my friend. I appreciate that very much. Ow! You hear those wolfies down there? They just want to eat my face. They just want to eat my face. They like my face. They just want to eat it. It's very yummy to them. Oh, we can actually break that bench down. We can actually break that down. We cannot break that down, though. That's the weird thing. Okay, I don't see anything here. Okay, the wolves kind of lost interest in me because they lost track of me while I'm in here. That's always very nice. We also have another skillet. We'll drop the lower skillet and just leave that here. I didn't realize Mystery Lake had Timberwolves. It does not. It does not have Timberwolves, as a matter of fact. We'll drink the soda because why not? We got a soda. We have to celebrate getting past the Timberwolves. We got another thing of flour, too, which I really am excited that we got that. Alright, let's just sleep an hour. I like how they kept going back to you quick, and then you crouch and they forgot you. Yeah. And then we're going to go ahead and store these books here real quick. That's a lot of weight on us, and we're gonna store that. Actually, yeah, we don't have a lot of tinder plugs. I'll need to pick up some more cattail heads as we go. All right, they're all down there. Oh, I need to grab the rope. So I was gonna put that out.
I could use this.
Yeah, there's all 4 of them out there. I think Interloper has the best gameplay balance myself. Just gonna see if we can creep over here. See, they're all walking away at this moment in time. See if we can creep over here and put this rope down without them seeing me. I can deal with them with just a torch, yeah, but I'd rather not light the torch if I don't have to right now. We'll light the torch when we get ready to go, unless it looks like they're heading off, so that's kind of nice. Just gonna creep down here real quietly. Oh, we're gonna have a little bit of a drop. A little bit of a drop here. Yeah, you wolfies just stay right over there for me. Yeah, unfortunately, they're coming back towards us now.
Fingers feel numb.
Be very, very quiet. I don't want to run off any cliffs that could damage us too. Alright, I think we got by him. I think we got by him, boys and girls. Okay, perfect. As long as we can get down here, we'll be good. We can always fight back. We can always go through them with the torch lit on the way back over there. Yeah, I'm going to go to the radio station, Rave, because I'll get the note, and then when we go and Forge and Forlorn, we'll be good to go. Yeah, as long as they don't get behind you, you're fine. If they get behind you, then you're kind of screwed. But, yeah, if you can back away from them, you're good to go. Bing, bing, nothing there. First 5 deaths of Interloper, let me understand I wasn't the end of playing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dudes just gifted out 5 more subs to the channel. Going out to Ruckinit, Anta Sarah, Raldhoke, Propulus Kid, and Rostovisky. Thank you for those gifted subs. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for those gifted subs there. That was so nice of you to do. Gosh, Dubes, you're just like handing out sub after sub after sub. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that very, very much. Very kind of you. For sure. You think Icarus updated today? Icarus has had a lot of updates. I actually have a plan, Psychotic Deer, to return to Icarus this year. Towards the end of the year, because it's sort of their anniversary of when they launched the game. I'm going to need to look up the date that they actually launched the game on. Because I think at this point they were in the beta test weekends. Which, again, was a great way for them to kind of get interest in the game. And also to get feedback on the game as well. Which went over so well. They did such a good job with that. Yeah, they've been updating it now for how many months? It's been like 150 weeks in a row or something like that. Every Friday they do an update. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they aren't. Blue Flare and combat boots. Oh, heck yeah. Combat boots. Didn't 7 Days get a full release? Yes, they are technically in version 1.0, Psychotic Deer. The main reason they had to do that is that they couldn't launch it as an alpha on any of the consoles. They had to go into full release to be able to relaunch it on the console. And this, I believe, is our note. Yep. 154 is our bypass code. Will you like Icarus? I think you'll probably like Icarus, Wesley. I think you'll probably like it. It's a really good game. They did a really good job with the game. I'm actually going to start all over in Icarus myself. And I may do that for for our Sunday. Because I did Lone Changing Tides this last Sunday. Yeah, the weather effects are really good. I'm actually thinking of starting over a brand new character on Icarus and starting him over actually from scratch. I don't know if I want to do the open world. I mean, the open world's fun and all, but I sort of like the missions. So I think the missions are kind of neat. Open world has the missions. Oh. Then you don't have to go back up to the spaceship every time? Interesting. See, they've changed a lot about the game over the years, Wesley. It used to be with Icarus that every time you played Icarus, you had a mission. You had a mission and you went down to the planet. And you could take a few items from the space station down with you. And then when you finished the mission, you'd go back up to the space station, and then you would take another mission and come back down, but all of your stuff that you had on the planet would be gone, and you'd have to basically restart from scratch on every mission and build yourself back up. It was kind of a pain in the butt, though. There's 3 planets now. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. Now, are the planets DLCs, Honora? Oh, so they are DLC, okay. I don't know if I own them or not, to be honest. Alright, we got the note. First 1 or 2 are base game, third is definitely a DLC. Oh god, this is so scary. I just hate the Timberwolves. They're so freaking annoying. Like, go away, you jerks. I'm not even gonna pick those up. I don't even know if they can come up here. It doesn't look like it. I'm not gonna do anything with it. Oh my goodness. Remind me, they're not attacking you because you have the torch. Yes, that is correct, Aquarius Black. I'm taking all the sticks and I'm not throwing them. Why do the timber wolves only attack from the back? Well, they don't attack from the back. It's not that they don't. It's not that they only attack from the back. They only attack if you don't have a torch on you. If you got a torch on you, it doesn't matter. It's easier to manage them if you're walking away from them. If like you're walking away from them, it is easier to manage them. But they will attack you. They will attack from the front and the back. All right. Let's get some rest. Holy crap. Clever dogs get him taking your sticks. Yeah. I am taking their sticks, Joe King. I am taking their sticks. But yeah, Wesley, I do want to do some more Icarus. Icarus is one I've wanted to return to for a while, to be honest. Oh, no. Cancel that. I don't want to smash that open. I got rid of my can opener. I shouldn't have done that. I forgot I don't have cooking 3 yet. I got rid of my can opener, which was foolish. Thanks for some BI guide. Yeah, Bleak Inlet Melon is not fun. I do not like Bleak Inlet at all. Minus the Timberwolves, if there were just regular wolves in that zone, I think Bleak Inlet could be something super cool if there was just like regular wolves in the zone. But as it is, it just kind of sucks.
Tongue feels like sandpaper.
I know, but guess what? I got some water for you, buddy. I got some water for you. You're all good. All right, we're good weight. Let's go. Yeah, well, I am going to return to Icarus. We're going to do that. It's one that's been on my list for a long time that I've been wanting to play. I love Icarus. I think it's a great game. It's very... The biggest problem I have with Icarus is that it's just so chonky. It's one that you sort of have to play it every day, like Long Dark, to really be able to, like, proceed and succeed in it. Because there's just so much to do in it. So if I do it, I'm probably going to have to do it like on a Thursday, Sunday type deal. Where I play it on Thursdays and I play it on Sundays. And then every other week we won't play it one of those days because we'll have our D&D session on Thursdays. But it's definitely one that I'll need to play a couple times a week just to get into it. Just to have fun with it. Because there's just too much in it. Cabin with the fishing hut would be a good base in Bleak Inlet. Oh yeah, the cabin with the fishing hut's great. Rave, they can sometimes. If they get too close to you, Rave, that's the thing, is the Timberwolves bug out. The Timberwolves do bug out. If they get too close to you, they will attack and nib at you a little bit. Thank you for that huge 53-month resub there. Tylee, I appreciate that. Can you tell me something about Coastal Highway? I haven't been there very often.
Resubscribed for 53 months.
So Coastal Highway is a zone that I love and yet I hate at the same time. Coastal Highway, the biggest problem I have, Coastal Highway is a really great little zone for fishing and kind of surviving outdoors. The problem with Coastal Highway is there's no caves in Coastal Highway. You have to go to Crumbling Highway before you'll actually have a cave that you can live in. Because Coastal Highway has none. They have lots of fishing huts, but they have no caves, per se, that you can just sleep in and be warm in. So you have to get out of Coastal Highway and go to Crumbling Highway to find two. There's two in Crumbling Highway. Coastal Highway has pretty decent loot. It's not as good as it used to be, but Coastal Highway is pretty good. It has what I think of as several main areas in Coastal Highway. You have Misanthrope Island, which has a house. You have Jackrabbit Island. You have the garage. You have the lookout tower. You have the fishing village. And you have the rabbit clearing on the way up the river. And there's not much else there. There's a few other little buildings scattered around that you can go to. But, you know, I should probably, at some point, Melon, I should probably do like a tour of Coastal Highway on one of my runs, because Coastal Highway is not a zone I go to early game. It's not one that I really like to go to early game. Now, oh, that's one thing though, Melon. When we do our Desolation Point start, we will be starting in Coastal Highway, which will be good. We'll be starting in Desolation Point and going to Coastal Highway right away, which that'll give you a great idea. So watch. So next week we'll do the Desolation Point start and we'll start there. Mr. Aussie, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that very much. That looks like what? Oh, that is that Resident Evil? Or I'm not sure what that one is, but World of Warcraft. Playing a little WoW. How are you enjoying WoW? You having fun in WoW? Resident Evil 4 Remake. Ah, see, I have never played it, but I sort of had a feeling. It either looked like Dead by Daylight or Resident Evil. Because I've seen a few clips of Resident Evil stuff, though. So I'm not real familiar with Resident Evil, but hey, I'm not a big horror fan, so for me, Resident Evil and me would probably not get along. Because I'd probably squeal like a little girl through half of it, and I'm sure that would be hilarious for all you to watch, but less than hilarious for me to do. All right, I say we go back and sleep in the Carter Hydro Dam. That's an old clip there. Nice. So yeah, keep your eyes on the schedule, boys and girls, because I'm going to be fixing up the schedule after I get off stream today. I think I'm going to slot in some Icarus to start up here on Sunday. We'll probably do some Icarus on Sunday. I really would like to get back into Icarus though. I really enjoy the gameplay loop in Icarus. I think it's really good. And if we can now do missions just in a persistent file, that would be awesome. That'd be really awesome. All right, goodbye, Psychotic Deer. Have a great one, man. Is it possible to cure cabin fever in the Stone Church and DP? Yes. Yes, if you have cabin fever, that Stone Church and Desolation Point is an outdoor area, so you can get rid of it there. Now, the funny thing about that cave, Peter, is that you can also cure hides and guts inside, or not that cave, the church, is you can cure hides and guts in that church. Potion crafting will probably be later today, Faith. I'm going to try to finish up Far Changing Tides after we get done with Long Dark. I don't think we have that far to go in it, maybe an hour or so, and then we'll do a little potion craft after that. Since it's Tryout Thursday, we'll try those two out. It's getting late at night, oh what a night. Oh what a night. At this point, though, I kind of want to bust ass towards the forge, get that done, come back and get our bows and arrows made. Curing guts in Stone Church doesn't make any sense. Yeah, well, you can cure guts, maples, birch, hides. You just have to find the right area there, and you can get them all cured. So.
I need to drop something.
Now, the one thing we have to worry about here is a wolfie coming up here. So we'll get our blue flare out just in case we need it. I'm not going to use a match. I'll just use a stupid blue flare because I ain't going to save it for anything.
I'm gonna
There's the wolf all the way over there. I don't know why he is not smelling us. We have a ton of guts on us right now.
Can't feel my hands.
We even have 3 stink lines. Survived the horde at top of the tower only to die falling off the tower. Nice. Very nice. It's all good to know anyway. All these games have something in common with real life. Yeah, you know, hey. Well, sorry that you died there, Wesley. It makes me sad for you, man. Makes me sad for you.
Damn. Freezing.
Alright, so let's go ahead and drop the guts here. Holster that. We can put out our guts here real quick. Shush, shush-a-bye. Shush-a-bye, my friend. You're just fine. You're just whining now. Will the whiner. Will the whiner. Okay, and then let's drop the other maple here. So we've got 3 maples already curing here. And now we're going to have some birch curing here too. 4 of them, as a matter of fact. I've only got 1 deer hide because we haven't done what I usually do and spend time getting deer hides. But that's okay. There we go. We do have pretty decent amount of rabbit hides though. We do have 2 deer hides, so that's not bad. We can make, I believe we can make the, it's either the boot, I can't remember if it's the boots or the pants that take 2. I think it's the boots. I want to say boots are probably what takes 2. Yeah, because pants take 3. Okay. So yeah, it's the boots. It's the boots. There we go. Alrighty. Let's dump our metal in here. So we got, how much metal? We got 13 metal in there now, which is awesome. We've got a lot of feathers. We got 37 feathers. We've got 2 heavy hammers.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Well, you can, but we're going to drop it here. I'm going to drop the 81% here. We'll just leave that here for later. We do have another thing of flour, which is awesome. I'm going to keep that on me. Keep all that. I do have another coffee, which is great to have, too. Drop that book here. So we're never going to read that. Alright, let's eat some food and sleep, and then we'll get up in the morning and head off to that. Far Lone Sales was on sale on console last week for $7.26 total. Waiting for the other to go on sale now. Yeah, Trails of Beauty. It's a fun game. It's not a super long game, but it's a lot of fun. It's got some cool little puzzles in it. It's just a neat little platformer. We're going to be finishing it up today, so unless it's the game that shall not be named, then rage quitting is fine. The game that shall not be named. Which game is that? Which game is that, Honora? Now I can't even think. I can't even think of which one it is. Which one's the rage quit game? I mean, I've had a few that I felt like rage quitting over. Oh, the Wild West Dynasty. I have a question. Have you ever got a hammer in the shed next to Trapper's cabin? No. I've never got one in that shed right there. That shed I've never ever got one in. Hogwarts Legacy? I loved Hogwarts Legacy. I thought Hogwarts Legacy was awesome. I had so much fun. The spell casting in Hogwarts Legacy was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed Hogwarts. Just exploring around the castle was a blast. I could have just spent the whole game just exploring around inside the castle, and we did spend a lot of hours inside the castle just exploring. Oh, you're making a joke. Okay. Hey, I don't pick up on those very much. My final thoughts on the mod. Oh, I loved it. I'm excited to get back and play it again, Faith. I think I'm bad at it, but I think we're getting better. We may have to start over at some point. I don't know. I mean, our character has a really bad infection going on, and I don't know how we're gonna cure that, or not cure it. I don't know how we're gonna slow it or make it go down, but I mean, we made it through our first horde night. No, it's one of those Faith where I know now more than I did then.
_the desert fox cheered.
Oh, thanks for the 45 bits.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen and people trying misery mode for quote-unquote fun, when you give 300 bits to your streamer, like this example of man, Twitch add 10% to it.
Hey, there you go. Twitch is adding 10% to it. There you go. Yep, they are right now. So bits are being multiplied by Twitch at the moment. So, God, thank you for the bits there. I appreciate it very much, Valor. Thank you much, my man. So you got a hammer in the shed by trappers on your current run, Ari. That's awesome. That is awesome. So yeah, Ari on YouTube said, Melon, that he got a hammer in the shed by Trapper's Cabin on his run. So yeah, you watched the last bit that you missed there, Faith. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, we did make it through the first horde night though. So I mean, as bad as it was, I'm very proud of us that we made it through the first horde night. That right there is a win in my book. Okay, we have a few things of clothes we need to break down. So yeah, no, that's pretty cool that you did find one there. I personally have never found it there, so I'm happy to hear that somebody did. Okay, so we have 2 thin wool sweaters already, and we just found a 3rd thin wool sweater. What the heck? We just found a 3rd thin wool sweater. That's in better shape than the one I'm wearing. I've never torn apart a thin wool sweater. I don't think I've ever found 3 thin wool sweaters before. That is nutty. We did get your mama's combat boots, so that's nice. So we got a pretty decent set of gear. We're missing pants. You know, we don't have jeans, we don't have a head wrap. We got pretty decent everything else though. I'm very happy with all the other stuff we got. All right, so let's grab our metal. We need our metals. Metal. I'm gonna take 10 of them. I'm gonna leave 3 of them here just for later. That puts us at 30 kilos. Let's see, I've got everything else I want on me, right? Got my stones, got that. Got my thermos. Got my matches, got some fuel on me. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Yeah, I got the coal. I'm leaving a few pieces of coal here for later. I have 7 pieces of coal, which is all I need. I actually only need 4 pieces of coal, but we're taking 7 just for giggles. Something is wrong with the Twitch app. The Twitch app has a lot of issues. To be honest, the Twitch app is not that great. I don't think anybody likes the Twitch app. The Twitch app is horrible. If Twitch needed to work on anything, it would be their damn app. But they're never gonna do it. I mean, they keep messing around with the Twitch app, and it just keeps getting worse and worse as they do things to it. They do stuff to it, and it just makes it worse. There's a deer over there as well that we could harvest at some point. No, I have no pry bar. I've got no pry bar yet. So we could harvest this deer up at some point. I think for right now, we'll just go and see if we can grab some feathers from him. He is a buck, so he'll have a little bit more meat on him than your average, deer. That's kind of nice. But yeah, no pry bar yet, but that's okay. I mean, the pry bar is nice to have, but I don't need it. It's a convenience item, not a necessary item. I have nothing that I can I have no cured birch, no cured maple, so. Unfortunately, we can't make anything on our way over here at the forge. But we can make our knife, our hatchet. We can come back with with our knife and our hatchet and as many arrowheads as we possibly can carry in our backpack. And then we can quickly make a bow and arrow and go hunting in the winding river or the ravine. Probably the ravine, because the winding river doesn't really have anything to hunt in it, so. It's been so long since I've been in the Cinderhill Coals Mine in Coastal Highway, I've forgotten if it's a cave or transition. The Cinderhills Coal Mine is a transition. Well, it transitions between the two, Kenneth. I mean, it is a cave, but it transitions between the two. Just me that think it would be cool if we could break down empty cans for scrap metal. I think it would be cool if we could break down like multiple cans and get some scrap metal from them, but maybe we'd have to break down like 2 to get a piece of scrap metal, or to get quote-unquote scrap metal. I think it'd be cool if we had to break down like 3 cans to get some scrap metal from it. You have some clothing, right? Yeah, this run, Melon, we really got the clothing spawned. It always seems that I either get a lot of tools or I get a lot of clothes. This run we got a lot of clothes. But yeah, I have wished for years that we could break down the empty cans for scrap metal, Peter. I don't think it should be a 1-to-1 ratio, but I think it should be you should be able to do like 2 for 1 or something like that. Or maybe even have it be scrap pieces that maybe you have to take to the forge, and then you could craft scrap metal from, say, 2 or 3 scrap pieces. So they add an extra step in there, something like that. I think that could be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind that either. There's sometimes some birch over. Sometimes there's some birch right over here. Just saying. Are you talking about cloth, Melon? Yes, I have plenty of cloth for the forge. 1 tin can. Well, and see, that's the thing is, I think they could expand it here, Zylock, and they should be like, okay, fishing hooks. The fish hook is made from small scrap. They could basically have small scrap and large scrap from weapons and stuff like that, and tool kits. You get large scrap from cans and can openers. You get small pieces of scrap that you can then combine into large scrap at a forge, or you can utilize to make fishing hooks, fish lures, and stuff like that. You know, I think that would be pretty cool if you could do that, if they broke it into 2 separate categories. Then you would have the ability to make different things, and you wouldn't have to have any special tools to break apart the tin cans. I don't think. I mean, and then they could also make it so you could take scrap metal and break it down into small scrap. Because I've always thought of the scrap metal. I've always thought of these scrap pieces, the scrap metal, as like it's not one piece of metal. It's this and the bolt and that and that. It's like that. It's like It's like a group of metals that you have gotten from whatever you broke down. It's not one piece of metal. I know that this sometimes looks like a piece of one piece, but see, I think it's that, plus there's a bar there, there's a little cylinder there, it looks like one piece, but it's not. It's multiple pieces. So you should be able to take that, break it into several small scrap pieces, and I think that would be kind of cool then that you could do that. I just finished all looting centered pass, and wow, the mine is full. Yeah, the mine there has a lot of stuff in it, Valor. It does. There's a lot of stuff in that. You found mucklucks there? Damn. That's cool. Good news is we ain't too cold. There's a deer over there. There might be a wolf up here, though. Toasty toes, exactly. Those mucklucks are the best shoes in the game. Basic scrap equal metal. Advanced scrap equals metal with fasteners. Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of things they can do with them. I use old nuts for fishing sinkers for decades. Yeah. Yeah, old nuts and bolts are great. I mean, nuts are great for a fishing sinker. Another deer corpse, or is that a dead body? Nope, another deer there. Or the most annoying thing about finding mucklucks right after you craft the deer boots. Yeah, that would be a little bit annoying. It's kind of like an, aw, man, I just got my deer boots. Well, it's just like in this game, Ari, I crafted up the hand wraps because I hadn't found any gloves and I didn't want to get you know, frostbit. And then the next house that I loot has one pair of mittens, and the next place I loot has another pair of mittens. And I think at this point we've now found like 3 pairs of mittens. It's like, okay. It always seems to be that if you want to will something to spawn, just craft the corresponding item, and the game will be like, oh, you wanted that? Oh, I'll just give you one now. I was like, thanks, game. You could have done that for me before. You had to tickle my butt with a feather. And one more thing about Sundered Pass, you know how the little pond you can encounter when you come from the pass? Well, you can build a shelter on it and fish directly from it like you're in a hut. Oh, that's cool. Acorns. First time that's ever happened to me. I unlocked the mini bike but have no tires. What the hell? I have found in the version 1.0 of the game, Wesley, that tires and engines and batteries are a little harder to get now. I mean, if you play long enough, after 40 or 50 days, you'll have plenty of them. But in the beginning of the game, they're a little harder to get. I do not see the bear. Do acorns respawn? No, they do not. I wish they did, but they don't. They're a one-time get, and then you're done. Excuse me. Whetstone sewing kit. Whew. Yeah, wow, a sneeze just came out of nowhere. Ah, some teas. Nice. Some nice oible tea. They are, but it seems that every run has different scarcities. Probably not really, but it seems that way. Yeah, that's why, you know, whenever I stockpile the batteries and the acid, you know, if I ever find traders that have acid, beakers, any of that stuff, I go ahead and buy it from the trader right away. And sewing kits as well. In the beginnings, after a long time, sewing kits are no problem, but in the beginning, sewing kits are really hard to find. And you need those for lots of things, not only stitching yourself up, but for your armor plates, your armor mods, and so your different pieces of armor to make those armor crafting kits. But yeah, beakers and acid I always look for on the vendors in the beginning of the game. Oh. Whew. I see like 2 wolves over there. Each you get acorn though, a squirrel. Each time you get an acorn though, the squirrel cries. What? Because I'm robbing it from his stash. Oh, poor little baby. Should have stashed it deeper in the snow then, so I couldn't see it. It's not my fault. Not my fault. He stashed it right at the surface. What am I supposed to do? Not my fault. There's 2 wolves over there. Let's go into the bear's hut here. You know what? Sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes there'll be a piece of loot out in back of the hut. Nope, not today. I was thinking sometimes there will be a piece of loot out there, and it's kind of cool if you can find one out there, but not today. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Lots of books in these, and lots of pieces of wood you can break down if you want to come out here and fish on the pond later on. There's lots of wood you can break down. Sometimes there'll be a little bit of loot in these huts. Usually not a whole lot, though. You might find a piece of food. You can get a little bit of cloth.
I think I need to lay down.
Yes, you probably do. And then you can get the hiccups like I just did. That always makes life way more interesting. Yeah, I used to find clothes a lot in those huts, yeah. With the change of the loot tables, you find way less things in those huts than you used to. Way less things in them nowadays. I don't know where the wolves went to, but I ain't complaining.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
You now find more stuff inside the fishing huts. You get more loot inside the fishing huts than you do in those houses. It's like they shifted the loot out. Dang it. Like they shifted the loot from the houses into the fishing huts. I am starving, even hungry enough to eat pasta. Now oh wow, we have the 2 houses up here. Now that middle house is always up. Okay, that's annoying the crap out of me. Bye bye, Marine Flare. I hate you. Now, the middle house here is usually always up, but these other 2 are kind of variables every run. Sometimes they're up, sometimes they're not. There sometimes can be a Maglins on these benches here in between the 2 houses. And this body is kind of a random spawn here as well. It'll sometimes be here, sometimes not. More often than not, it's here. But there are times where it's not, so... Let's check here for the mag lens. I don't see the mag lens this time. No mag lens for us. The reason this one's always here is there's always this note left behind.
I might have to drop some gear.
Nah. Hey, we got a fire log. A totally worthless fire log. I found one rose hip. I have this theory that throughout the world there are 8 rose hips randomly scattered. I've never found them all. But I have this theory that there's eight rose hips scattered throughout the world. And those rose hips, when you get them all together, they make a magical rose hip tea. Magical. But you have to find all 8 of them. Right now we have 1 extra rose hip. But they're scattered throughout the world in trash cans, on bodies, in storage crates, in medicine shelves. They could be anywhere.
Too tired to think straight.
Yeah, you kind of are. I lived on pasta with homemade sauce in my 20s. Now I feel like I've reached my lifetime pasta limit. Oh, I could never, ever. What's the significance of the teddy bear? I don't know. I don't know. The teddy bear's scary. I don't like creepy teddy bear man. He's not fun. Okay, prepared acorns. Let's prepare up the acorns. Prepare the
Too much
acorns!
stuff to carry.
Oh, we need to drink and eat some stuff too, so let's do that real quick. Got a little bit of water. We got tons. Tons and tons. Okay, let's eat these chips down real quick too. At least it's not Teddy Ruxpin. I'd rather it be Teddy Ruxpin, to be honest. I'm Teddy Ruxpin. By the way, if you're gonna eat crackers or chips or something like that, don't drink before you eat them because you'll get dehydrated when you do. And you might as well, if you're already dehydrated, you can't get more dehydrated than you already are. Scorbura, what day is it? It's like day 7, 8, 11, 10. 7, 8, 11, 10, 5, 7, 4, I don't know. It's day 10. And we are here we're here on Mystery Lake, getting ready to head to the forge. Getting ready to head towards the forge. 8 magical rose hips for tea that'll make you hallucinate a sail belt to help you escape the island. There you go.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
Because you're tired. Yeah, let me get inside the house here, so Scorbura, and I'll show you. I can tell you really quickly, we have a bedroll, a hacksaw, and a heavy hammer. That's all we got.
I'm gonna have to leave some.
Those are the only ones that we found so far. Once there was a red lost and found box in the game. Is it no longer in game? No, those were only in game after updates when they did major changes to the game, Pagan. They would put a lost and found box inside of a building or in a zone, and they would gather your stuff up that was in spots that were not in the game any longer, or that had been dramatically changed, and they would put all that stuff in the lost and found box so that it didn't just disappear from the game. But those don't exist any longer. They may, if they ever go through and do a major change on games, they will go ahead and probably put those back in. It's in place already, so it'd be easy for them to activate it and add them back in again. But yeah, those are the only real tools that we have at this point, Scorbura. Is we got the heavy hammer, we got that, we got our hacksaw. We do have our frying pan and our cooking pot. We have found a insulated flask as well, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, that was just something they did, especially when they I think the first time I remember it happening is after episode 3 came out, and they basically redid all of Pleasant Valley to the point where it was unrecognizable. They did that so that that people wouldn't lose their stuff, both literally and figuratively, lose their goddamn mind, because they would lose some stuff in the game. Yeah, I'll tear these down. Why not? Secret stash at Coastal Highway, not the one in the stump, but the one in the little boat. Yes, yeah. There's that little secret stash you can get in front of the boat there, and down by the down right by the garage, by the dock. But you have to find the note for that first. You have to find a note. I forget exactly where you find that note. I think it's in a car somewhere. But you have to find that note, and then you can access that stash. The stash. The game's got a nice stash. See, now we only have one rose hip. It doesn't do us any good to have one rose hip. How many old man beers do I have? I've got 2. Alright, we're doing good. I'm going to hang on to these. They weigh less. It's funny. It takes 3 of these to make one of those that weighs a 1/10. So it's better to hang on to the loose old man beard. You could carry 10 of them, and it would weigh the same as 1 prepared. 1 dressing. So you might as well, like, carry 9. That's 3 dressings that you could just have as backup. It's a small weight thing, but it's still a weight thing, so. But yeah, Valor, that one, I forget exactly where you find the note for that one in Coastal Highway. But it is out there. Whew. Sorry, I'm a little yawny too. It's been hard to sleep the last few days with my not feeling very good. With my down with the sickness. Yeah, all the expired meat ended up in those lost and found boxes, and it instantly was deleted. Yeah, that was the one downside of those lost and found boxes, is everybody lost all their stuff. They lost all their meats. All the meats went bye-bye. I think we'll go out to a fishing hut and make a little fire and cook some water. We'll also grab the cattails that are around the island out there. There's about a dozen cattails around that island. And we have 2 more fishing huts to look into as well. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't know is that if you really wanted to... I'm sorry, Janelle.
Drop something.
If you really want to spend some time outdoors... Give you guys night vision. There is... you remember at the end of Hunted Part 2, you come to this cave over here where the bear attacks you. Well, this cave is actually a viable cave in the game. You can actually go into this cave in the game. And you can actually camp down here if you wanted to. I'm gonna get a torch out. There's actually a viable cave in the game itself. So you can actually camp out in here if you want to. I'm actually just gonna make a little fire here real quick. This is a cave that not that many people use, but it's here. Hey, Gasbeard! You can't sneak over to YouTube and hide from me. Found you, gotcha. Well, hello. How you doing, Gasbeard? How you doing on the YouTube side? Hello. I'm also on Twitch. We're here on Twitch as well. I'm gonna throw that fire log on there because it's just heavy as hell, and I don't want it. Then we're gonna get a little water going here. Alrighty. Alright. Look at all that stuff we can do. Let's rip these apart. Hour and 15 minutes. Let's just do a half liter. Let's see. What do we have? We can rip those apart. Actually, you know what? Could swap those out for a better pair and rip these ones apart. I'm not really going to waste my time fixing socks, but, you know, I could waste my time doing it because, you know what? I do need to repair those. 30 minutes. How long does this have to go? 29 to... Okay, yeah, let's say... Gosh, that's weird that only takes 30 minutes to repair the boots. Most boots, it's like an hour. It doesn't repair them very much, though, so I guess that's why. Let's make up an herbal tea, too, while we're here.
Something's gotta go.
Mushroom tea. And rosehip tea. I don't think I have any more to prepare. Yeah, I prepared them all up already. Was it 80 degrees you could get the forge to with just wood? Yes, 80 degrees is the maximum in a forge that you can get wood in there. The thing is, though, Peter, you only needed to get it to 70, because whether it's at 80 or 70, it's still going to take 4 pieces of coal to get it to 150. Because at 80, it'll go to 160, because each piece of coal adds 20. So if you only do 3 pieces of coal at 80, you're only going to be adding another 60 degrees, and it's still not going to be warm enough to get the forge up there. So as long as you can get it to 70, then you only have to add those 4 pieces of coal, and you're good to go. You know what I should make? I should make up some coffees here, too. Make up that coffee. Ah, there we go. The cooking 3 has been achieved. That means we can just smash this open and not worry about it. Because we don't get the can, but we don't lose any calories either. There we go. Yum, yum, hot beans, baby. Let's go. All right, let's grab a few torches here.
Drop any of this gear.
Shh. Shh. Be very, very quiet, my friend. You're good. You're good. Everything's good. All right, let's go. And then this rope over here, which we're too heavy to climb. This rope that's over here leads you up to where the prepper cache can be. That rope right there. Nah. I was just thinking I could climb up there, but I want to go loot up the lake first. We'll check that prepper cache on the way back from our forge run. And then if you go down that path there, it'll take you directly to the camp office, avoiding the lake wolves, which is kind of nice. Except I kind of want to go out on the lake here and get some stuff done. I need to get all the cattails from around that island. I need to check these 2 fishing huts, and then there's cattails along that side of the lake as well. So we'll go check out this fishing hut here first, and see, you can see some cattails there on my right. We'll go grab those 2. Fishing book, one of the 3 books that I actually read in Interloper. Yay. Check all around those. Check up on the shelves underneath there. Hey, there's a backpack right there. We'll work our way around the left of this island. Hello. Yeah, you just growl your little head off there, buddy. I know you're mad that you aren't as sexy as I am, but hey. That you aren't well fed like me. There used to be a body right here, and I've not seen it there for ages. I don't know if they took it away, or just like, or if it's just a very rare spawn. I haven't seen them there for ages now. Run! It's an angry French wolf. Oui, oui. It's like the wolf is like bonjour, bonjour, Atheenon. Oui, oui. Yeah, the wolf gave up. He was like, yeah, he ain't worth the trouble. Wolves do that sometimes. They'll just, like, bugger off for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they do it, but sometimes they just bugger off and go, yeah, he's not worth the hassle. He ain't worth the hassle. I don't want to mess with him. He's too sexy for his toque, so sexy for his toque, so sexy, yeah. Cause I'm a model, I know what it means as I do my little turn on the dog walk. On the dog walk. On the dog walk, yeah. I shake my little touche on the dog walk. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm too sexy for Milan. He saw all those cattails I was picking up, thought I was vegan, thought it wasn't worth the effort, figured it wasn't worth the bother. He's like, I'll let him be. He's gonna leave all the meats for me. Gonna leave all the meats for me. Wait, did I grab the cattails over here? I don't think that. Cattails over here? I can't even remember now. Maybe I did. Did I? Why, yes, well, except for that one there, I did. I left one. Thank you for the dance, Stooley. How you doing? How's it going? I see the dance there. Ah, good old Games. Supposedly Games was supposed to join us next time for our D&D session. He's been absent the last two, but he's just been really busy in real life. What's the name of that song? It's a song that has no name, Pagan. Miss Kendall actually made that. She wrapped that little tune together. So it actually has no name. It's the song with no name. It's my song. It's the Atheenon song. It's the Atheenon song. That's what it is. Hey, Macarena. I don't know why the Macarena ever took off. But then again, I don't get line dancing either. So I don't get group activities like that very much. Or were you asking about my dog walk song? Yeah, that's a riff on I'm too sexy for my shirt. Which you probably know that song. Come on, who doesn't know Right Said Fred? Come on. Where are you living, in a basement somewhere? So yeah, that one was made up by one of the viewers. Same guys. It's the same gal who made up a lot of my emotes too. Miss Candela made a lot of the emotes for the channel too. Oh come on! Right Said Fred is like in the zygos. It's in the. Oh, look at that right there. It's only 31%, but who cares? It's one of those songs that's timeless.
This stuff will come
Alrighty then. I think I've found that aviator cap there multiple times now, if I'm not mistaken. A little salt, a little corn oil, like a little cooking skillet. Zeitgeist, yes. The Zeitgeist. And there should be a pot over here too. Yep, there's a pot. Yeah, this place has such good stuff in it. Camp Off has always got good stuff in it. Except for that. Except for that damn can of spray paint. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't. I don't want to talk about the, I don't want to talk about the spray paint. Spray paint is evil. Oh, there's some more flour for us too. Nice. Third bag of flour this game. Boop-a-doop. Let's go upstairs and see if St. Carl Bob is up here. Another can for us. Hey, St. Carl Bob, how you doing, buddy? Yes, I do have the streamer mode hack enabled. That is true. I do have the streamer mode hack enabled, so that gives me 10% better spot. And I got another thin wool sweater. See, I have the streamer hack available, so. Yeah, we were actually talking about that just a little bit earlier, Gasbeard, about how it'd be nice if you could scrap metal cans and get small scrap pieces and then maybe make them into large scrap pieces at the forge. Or you could use those small scrap pieces to make things like fishing hooks and fishing lures and stuff like that. Sorry, my kid was chatting when I took my driving test and I was not sure if I remember that now. Then I calculated how long ago age 17 was. I don't feel so bad. Your kids were chatting about when you took it.
Turned out pretty
Yeah, it was a long, long time ago, wasn't it? In a galaxy far, far, far away. We'll pick up more sticks on our way over there. I just need to get some water made here. So we've got 2 pots. I'm going to use those here. Bye-bye. There we go. That'll get us 4 liters of water really nice and quick. And then we can sort through our gear and see what we got here. I want to take that off of there. Make a paint bomb in the game. That would be kind of fun. All right, we're gonna drop these books here because those are just extra stuff I'm not gonna need with me on this run. We can. I'm never gonna read that book or that book. I just don't have time. By the time in the game I would get to read those, I'll already have those skills leveled up. Now this book I will actually read, just not right now. Let's go ahead and leave the feathers here. Leave the old man beard here. I can leave some of the cloth here. We only really need like 1 piece of cloth per. Let's leave all the cans here. No. Let's leave that pot here. Actually, that pot, I'm just going to leave that on the stove once our stuff gets done boiling here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that here. So just put that up onto the stove once we're done. Alright, we're going to leave that in here. I'm going to leave the birch bark here because I'm not going to find any more on my way over there. We've got 2 boxes of matches left. We've got some tinder starts. The painkillers, I can just go ahead and drop that, and I can drop the painkillers here. Let's put that on the radial menu so we can get the whole package out. Got a little canister. That's one of those canisters you can use. That'd be nice for Loper spray can and torch you could use to make a flamethrower. It would be kind of an interesting thing, wouldn't it? I just like wearing it because it looks cool. And I can't bring myself to break down the toque. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Something's making me feel tired.
Yeah, see, this has a little better windproof. It's a 2 windproof, 4 protection. So without that, we're at 12.4, 18% protection. And we're at 14.5 with 20% protection. So it's very nice to have that. That's a nice find for us.
Might have to drop some gear.
Nah. Let's just make another coffee. Make another herbal tea. Yeah, good find on Interloper for sure. I found it rather often at this locale too, which I don't know if that means that it's normally here, like all the time, or what the deal is. Pick that up, pick that up. We'll put that up there. Actually, we'll put that one over there. And then let's drop the lesser... Oh, shoot, hold on a second. Then let's drop the lesser of the pans. Let's cook up our taters. We can actually make rosehip pie now, too. Isn't that crazy? We can actually make rosehip pie now. We're going to prepare those rose hips up. Breaking down a toque is an instant spawn of twin bears. It could be. It could very well be. It's definitely going to be 7 years bad luck, if nothing else. We're just going to eat the taters, because I'm not going to do anything with them otherwise. Taters and carrots are just stuff you can have. And then I'm going to cook up a porridge, because we can. Now, the other thing we can start doing is now we can start making the meat pies, the venison, rabbit, and ptarmigan pies, which is going to be very important because those give us extra carry weight, which is awesome. We'll eat down that porridge right away. And there we go. Drink a little water, get a little sleepy poo, and then when we play this tomorrow, we will be heading to the forge and doing lots of good stuff at the forge. We'll be getting our arrows, our knife, our hatchet. We'll then want to come back and craft up our bow and arrow here. It's going to be awesome. And the other great thing is that we have 86 cattails. 86 cattails right now. We are a little bit on the heavy side, but that's all right. We're a little chonky. Let's see if we get food poisoning. No, of course when I want food poisoning, the game's like, nah. They did, by the way, fix the bug with the cattail, with the running river oats, where when you get to the last 0.1 kilograms, you can make that last porridge. For a while there, you could not make the last porridge. It would not physically allow you. It was like, it would say it only had 0.99 in it, or 95. So they actually made it better. Yeah, oh sure, Melon. Yeah, so the basic pies, you have to have flour and cooking oil to make them. It doesn't matter the condition because it makes 100% pie. But the venison, rabbit, and ptarmigan pies, it takes a ½ kilo of meat from any of those animals. You get 3 pies. You get 3. So the rabbits and ptarmigans are the best ones to do it with, because you get over 288. That's almost 850 calories from a ½ kilo of ptarmigan or rabbit meat, or almost 1,200 calories from a ½ kilo of venison meat. Now, in addition to that, you get a max carry weight of 3 kilos for, I believe it's for 3 hours. So they're very nice because it gives you a higher carry weight as well, and you just get a ton of calories out of them. This is what I use most of my cooking oil and flour on, are these here. Pancakes, I mean, it's nice and everything. You got to use maple syrup on it. You can get, out of a ½ kilo of maple syrup, you can get, 10 pancakes made? But you have to use cooking oil and flour on it. Same thing with acorn pancakes. You can even get more calories out of those. But it takes acorn grounds and syrup and just cooking oil. You don't have to use the old mill flour. And honestly, the acorn pancakes in the end game, you can do those a lot more because you do get a lot more cooking oil in the game than you get flour. So acorn pancakes are not a bad way to go, but you have to have the maple syrup for them again. And it does not have to be in any sort of condition. It can be at 0% and you can still use it. So don't ever drink any of your maple syrup. Don't throw it away or anything like that. The peach pies, they take Pinnacle peaches to make. The rosehip pies are the same thing. They have the same effect, but you get a little more calories out of the rosehip pies. But the pies, these pies, they relieve your fatigue. They make you have more energy like a coffee, but they give you a headache because they're sugary. But it does take cooking oil and a lot of mill flour to do it. I would rather use my 0.2 mill flour instead of these. I'd rather use it on carry pies. I find that the weight pies are way better for me as a player. I like those way better. And Bannock, I wouldn't even waste my time making it, to be honest. Unless you're just starving and you have no choice and all you have is water, cooking oil, and flour. Then maybe make it. You get 3 Bannock from each one, so you get, what, to 690 calories from one crafting. And then the porridge is great, just because all it takes is the running river oats and you just make it with water. Venison stew is not bad, but you have to have the broth first, and broth you have to make from ptarmigans, salt, and water. And it takes a kilo of ptarmigan meat to make it, and then you can use the broth here. You get out of this though, you do get a 0.8 kilo of broth, so you could make 4 stews out of one broth. So it's not bad, and you get 1,000 calories for that. It gives you better rest, sort of like a herbal tea, and it makes you tired. Thompson's Family Stew, it takes a lot. It takes canned corn, which in Interloper, the only way to get canned corn is if you're doing the... you can't find canned corn anywhere in the world unless you're doing the Signal Void quest that starts in Forsaken Airfield. And then you can find canned corn in the 3 bunkers that you have to go to. Okay, and the 4th bunker in Forsaken. But you can't find many of them. It's like 2 or 3 at most. So it's not even really worth doing. The Thompson's Family Stew is not even really worth doing at all. Trout stew, you can make from trout broth and that, and it's same thing. It gives you better rest, makes you a little tired. And then rabbit and ptarmigan stew are the same thing as venison stew. All these stews are the same exact thing, basically. You do get some better stews later on, but yeah. And you can make bannock in that's the other thing, is early game, if you find cooking oil and old mill flour, and you absolutely need to, you can make it in a can. You don't have to make it in a pan or a pot. Or a skillet or a pot. You can make it in a can. So the cooking recipes are neat though. I like what they've done with the cooking recipes. I really truly do. I think they're a very unique thing they've added in. Your thoughts on Ranger Stew and the wolf and bear pies? I don't think it's really worth it myself, but I don't. The only thing I really use flour on is those meat pies. That's the main thing I use flour on, is the meat pies, because they give me the extra carry weight. 6 cans of corn tops on Loper, yeah, and you got to search through 4 zones to find it, so it's not really worth it. Not really worth it. All right, well, YouTubers, I'm going to take a quick short break. We're going to stop the stream. I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. We're going to be doing some more of the FAR series. We're going to be doing FAR Changing Tides. We're going to be finishing that off today. This one here, FAR Changing Tides. We're going to be finishing that off. And I will be back on YouTube in like 3 or 4 minutes after my break. Twitchers, we're going to stick around and do it. Just keep going. But thank you, YouTubers, for coming by. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. And I will see you next time. All right.